Beautiful day, Patriots. How are you? We're going to continue of part 2 of slaughterhouses. We're going to be looking at two separate things. We've looked at the past, and we're going to put the two together and see what we can see, okay? Now, I don't know if this is true. It might just be a crazy man looking at things that aren't even there, correct? But let's see what you see, and then let's see if I make any sense on this story here. We can see that this California mission right here is an old black and white picture. I'm sure the date is in here somewhere, but if we look at this picture right off the bat, the first thing I want to point out is that we see cars right down here at the bottom. We see cars right down here. See them? Looks like there's people there. Not saying there is or isn't, I'm just saying that we see some sort of possibility of, well, what we do see for sure is a bunch of automobiles there. And this is San Juan Capistrano. When was this picture taken? I don't know. We're going to go forward and look at slaughterhouses, okay? And when we look at the mission's history, the first one was in 1769, and the last one was in 1823. Roughly 55 years. And the story is that these missionaries came in and built a mission to save the American Indians, because there was no one else here. There was the American Native Indians that they were saving, and maybe a few rustlers, and but that would be a fur trapper. It's not like houses and stuff. It's, the only people here, is the story is Native Americans. And in a 50-year period, they made 18 of these places. I don't know how many missionaries they brought with them to make all this stuff, make all the materials and hone the wood and cut it all. Or I don't know if the Indians did it for them. I don't know all that type of story. What I'm saying is that look at all this area. 50 years, they made 18 missions to save the Native American souls. Okay? Now, if you know geography, right here is Lake Tahoe, right where California bends. If you take that line to the coast, that's above San Francisco, and it's above the last mission. Anything north of this line here is an extremely heavily dense, wooded, mountainous, hard terrain to do anything with it. It takes a lot of work to just even travel north of this line from the last mission. So that would kind of make sense why they did that. But this is all incredibly, incredibly prime land. This is America's food basket. There's a few places that grow a lot of food, but this grows an amazing amount of food. This coast is incredibly beautiful, and you can walk and travel and get all up in this area freely. Prime real estate. Nobody would doubt that. Now, again, let's look at these dates. 1823 is they're telling us the last time, or the last one was made up here. And when we look at these buildings, they're always, look how old and decrepit they are. I don't know. So supposedly, like, let's say if this picture was taken in the 1900s, and this was built somewhere at 1800, in 100 years, look how much disarray and worn down and broken. And okay, I guess that could happen that quickly. But now we're just giving you a little bit of time frame, okay? Now, 1883 was the last one. Los Angeles was founded in 1781. America was a country in 1776. We didn't have anything across the Louisiana Purchase in 1776, did we? How did Los Angeles get settled in 1781? Oh, that's something we can discuss later. But if this is true, and we'll go verify that here in a minute, then the first mission in 1769, the first mission in San Diego, was just a few years before Los Angeles was founded. Is that right? I mean, I can't fudge these dates. You can verify them yourself. As a matter of fact, we're going to go do that together right now because we're learning. We're trying to show something. Now, here is the other one that we looked at the other day of the Los Angeles Water and Power Associates. This is California, Los Angeles's official government website documenting the growth of Los Angeles's water and power. Okay, now because of that, like I said, we looked at these earlier. We can see this picture is showing from 1850. 1850. When was Los Angeles founded? What was it, 18 or 1750? 1776. 1781. So here's Los Angeles after it was founded 80 years later. Okay? Doesn't look really that big of a deal. But as here's the water. And when was the water put in? 1850. 1858. We looked at all these. You can go over and look at them. We're just looking at the water plant. 1860. 1860. The last one was 1820. So 40 years after the last mission, just 40 years later, Los Angeles is bustling strong, right? Here's the pictures, and we went through there, and we were showing how there's nobody in these pictures. Here's Los Angeles growing and bustling, and there's nobody in these pictures. There's nobody in these pictures except the rare photo. Here's a bustling city, but there's only one person in town, not a single life of any sort whatsoever in these pictures. It's really, really spooky. Okay? Now, we were showing the motels. I mean, look at there's the people that brought the cameras in. But where's the flyers and flags and people and there's staged. Every single one of these people are looking at the camera. Does this look like a well-worked, where's all the apples? I'm picking wrong ones. The Masons here were incredible. Here's a big, huge city. Look. Look at the detail. But we don't see any sign of life. There's no cars, no horses, no people, no trash, no nothing. No people driving up and down the streets. No nothing. And what's this time? 1868. When was the last mission? 1823. But the missions down here came in earlier. Where are the people? Where are these towns are empty. There is not a single soul in these towns. No rubbish, no courses, no nothing. Big, huge, wide, empty streets. The same time the missions were there. There's slaughterhouses. There's slaughterhouses being disguised as, look at these streets. Look how big these streets are. Look at this houses. Look at this. Where are the people? There's your mission. A different style mission. Look at that building. In 1860, really? 1869? I'm not saying that they couldn't build those stuff, but what I'm saying is that the time frames are weird. Where are the people? These are slaughterhouses. Now, let's get into this. What happens when Apollyon gates are opened up and you see scary stuff? Like the devil running across the road. These demons running across the road. 99% of the people are going to run, if they believe in God or not. They're going to run straight to the cathedrals. They're going to run straight to the missions. Houses of refuge. They're not houses of refuge. If you don't know Jesus Christ will protect you from the inside, you will run to a man-made place that is a slaughterhouse disguised by the devil to trick you. Everybody's going to run to these places.